Good blessed January the 4th, 2022. It's about 4:19 p.m. Wednesday. I greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace. The blessings of God be with you. Doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't even matter whether you the proclaimed toughest or the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter if you my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. I greet all of you with the same universal greetings. It doesn't matter whether you like anything that I say or do. That's your prerogative. But today what I want to just show y'all and give confirmation. Now, if the shoe fit wear, not all Charleston, Missouri police, but the chief in his high ranking, I want to show y'all how much they work hand in hand with the news media. I want y'all to see how they work hand in hand to try to cover up crimes that happen on the black side of town. Right, now, all right now. Now, y'all remember on December the 21st, 2022, when a bunch of young black teenagers was terrorizing the west side of town, the black side of town here in Charleston, Missouri, Mississippi County. I was calling them disobedient, but I can't call them disobedient when they ain't being taught structure or they ain't being corrected when they know, when the people know or their parents or guardians know they done wrong. I give it to those that corrected those that did wrong. But I want y'all to see how they cover up now. You know, I keep the newspaper, the Enterprise Carrier, I get it every week. It come out every Tuesday. Now, the police activity has a thing that goes from at least about 6 to 7 days. Now, this thing that happened on the 21st, it should be in the newspaper. And I'm gonna show you two things. Now, when the two police came out on the 21st, and I told them what happened, one of them went back to the station and looked at my YouTube and seen what these youngsters did. They even seen when they shot something at me when I was in my car. But let me show you something else now. These two police that came on the scene is today make 14 days, 2 weeks. And do you know, in the police data here in Charleston, Missouri, there's not a damn thing in there about what happened on the 21st. They didn't just do it to me. They did it to other people in the town. These youngsters, that is. Shooting flares, shooting paintballs, throwing eggs at their house. Even I showed them, and they looked on my YouTube, where some of them threatened to kidnap my daughters, which I ain't even worried about that. They kidnapped them. After my daughters and them get through with them, they'll be going to McMichael's or Williams. If you don't know what that is, them funeral homes. My daughters know how to protect themselves. They know how to take a life, and they know how to save a life. They know when to do it, because the Bible in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, 1 through 8, tells you it's a time and a place for everything. When they talk about kidnapping, it's a time to kill, not to heal. It's a time for war, not for peace. That's for you so-called religious people. But let me show you this here. These police didn't even make a report. Now I seen another police, West McDermott, and I gave him the same information. I went to the police station today, and I was able to retrieve 6 pages that West McDermott did his job. And he wasn't a responding officer 3 days before that. But let me show you about these two officers. When West McDermott was going to put his report in conjunction with the ones when I originally called the police on the 21st and the 22nd of December 2021, he couldn't find nothing in the data. So what he did was he went back and looked at the dispatch call. You can't erase the 911 call, and he'll show on his paperwork that I called on the 21st of December 2022, and I called on December the 22nd, 2022. But that go to show you how they do when it comes to Raymond Lewis Ivy. Now, if Wes McDermott wouldn't have wrote that report, his is a field report. This is not a police report. It's a difference in a field report and a police report. These two police should have wrote a police report because what them young punks did was a crime. You see what I'm saying? If I'd have shot and killed one of them or beat some of them half to death, then it would have been a police report. But one of the police told me that he was going to give the information to Brenda Bedford. But let me tell you about Brenda Bedford, the resource officer here in Charleston, Missouri. On February the 1st, 2012, a white bus driver, but for the Charleston, Missouri R1 school district, named Joey Rice, abused my then 5-year-old 60-pound daughter in that Charleston R1 school district on the bus. I went and made a complaint. Then 6 days later, Brenda Bedford took my daughter out of the school, out of her classroom. 6 days later now, a white bus driver abused a black mixed with Spanish female. Now, if there was a black bus driver did something to a white child, and I don't care who don't like it, we know that's how it worked here in Charleston, Missouri, then that bus driver would have been arrested. But let me show you what Brenda Bedford did. If you go down to the police station and file a Freedom of Information Act and say that you want to report where Joey Rice, Bernie Ivy's dad, came down to the police station to make out a complaint about the white bus driver misusing his daughter, abusing his daughter on the bus, you ain't gonna find it. You know why you ain't gonna find it? Because Brenda Bedford didn't make a report. She said, she told the administrator that she didn't make a report because she thought the Director of Transportation was gonna handle it. The Director of Transportation do not deal with criminal cases or cases when a parent are saying that one of the employees did something to their child. Not only did she violate me and my daughter's rights, she went in there and got my daughter against my will and without my permission, but yet she said she can do that. You can't do that. You not God. The only way you do that if my daughter said I did something to her. So now, here it is. The police didn't put no report on that, and Brenda Bedford didn't put name, so it's like it didn't happen. That's why I put it on my YouTube. I'm finna show y'all facts in a minute.
I want y'all to take a look at this Charleston Department of Public Safety field interview report. The field interview report is different than a police report. You want to see who this is this is 5 or 6. It's 6 pages. I'm not going to show the names of the individuals, but you can see who filled this report out, and that's Wesley McDermott, a police officer that I always tell y'all he on the fire when he's fighting the fire. He know what he doing when he out here in the streets. He know what he doing. But this was concerning when them young thugs or young punks in Charleston, Missouri was out here shooting the paint guns and shooting the flares at people's houses. Also, when they made some threats. But this was on the 24th. The thing happened on the 21st. And I want you to read it. I want you to look and see. It said on 12/23/2022. So it was on the 23rd when I talked to Wes, on the 23rd and the 24th. Wes McDermott saying, I was flagged down at blank street. I called in to Department of Public Safety Communications, which is the dispatcher, and had an incident started for a request to speak to officer. This person flagged me down. He is known to me as Raymond Lewis Ivy, black male. Ivy was giving me some information about some possible suspects that had threw eggs and shot a flare gun at his house on 12/21/22. Ivy told me that he had already reported it to public safety officer Curtindale, whatever his name is, Kendall, and public safety officer Brenton Douglas. Ivy also mentioned that several others had eggs thrown at their property, and Ivy told me such and such. But anyway, you see the two officers. Now, here it is, some of the rest of it, because I'm covering up some because I don't want to see the other individual. I advised Ivy that I would add this information to the report he had already made. This is the one I told the officers on the 21st. Those two officers I just named. Ivy was unable to locate any report. Oh, no, he said West McDermott, I was unable to locate any report or other communications that I could add this information to. I had Department of Public Safety Communication, the dispatcher, check incident notes for 12/21/22 and 12/22/2022. I located that Ivy had made calls to the Department of Public Safety Communications on both dates. These are the dates. This is the first date that I called, 12/21/22 at 23:13 hours, which is 11:13 p.m. I'm going to show you something else. Now, this is 6 of 6 of West McDermott's report. And you seen the first time that I called, and he said incident number. This is the incident number. It's the Freedom of Information Act. Any of y'all that had these thugs throwing them eggs and things at your property or shooting flare guns or paint guns, go down there and ask them at the police station that you want a copy of the police report. The next time it's showing that I called was December the 22nd, 2022 at 03:25 hours, which was 3 o'clock in the morning. The incident report. Same two officers, Douglas and Kirkendale. Both incidents were handled by officers with no response. No response now. In other words, why is 14 days unpassed? They was the first two officers that came on the scene. Kirkendale said he was going to the police station and he seen my YouTube videos when they were shooting some of the things at me. Also, I told them about the threats that they had put on my YouTube channel, threatening me, telling me to take my YouTube down or I'm next. And then they talked about kidnapping my daughter. Now you see the Department of Public Safety, they have documentation that I did call. West McDermott made his report, but these two officers, been 14 days, they ain't wrote a damn thing. Now I want to show you something else. If by them not writing it down, it ain't gonna even be in the newspaper. And watch what the newspaper say. Did nothing happen. All right, you can see this, the Enterprise carrier again. This is value 148, number 1, Tuesday, January the 3rd, 2023, Charleston, Missouri. You can see this here now. You remember the incident happened on the 21st of December. Now, this is East Parade. Remember last week, they didn't have none of this in there. And they tried to cover what happened. And I'm going to show you how they tried to clean up when the 15-year-old got shot on Ada Street on December the 12th, December the 18th, 2022. They didn't have it in the paper. Now, I'm going to show you how here they done put it in the paper. You see East Prairie is going from 12/16/2022 through 12/28/2022. Charleston, Missouri police summary is going from 12/18/2022 to 12/24. So the stuff that these youngsters did on the 21st, ain't no way it should have been missed out of this. It was mixed out the other one. But let me show you how they tried to clean up on the 18th when they didn't put it in the last paper. An officer assigned to report an officer investigated a report of a shooting in the 500 block of West 8th Street. A 15-year-old male found to have been transported, they ain't said, by private car to an area hospital with gunshot wounds. He is serious condition. The investigation is ongoing. Now, remember, you see they got the 19th. They got 12/20/22, no activity. Look what they got here. 12/21/2022, no activity. How in the hell it wasn't no activity when you had these individuals shooting these flares at people's houses, throwing eggs at people's houses, shooting paint guns at people's houses? How is that not considered? You want me to tell you why it's not considered? Because Robert Bobby Hearns is the chief of police, and most of the police that work up under him is corrupted. Wes McDermott showed that he was going to file the information I gave him, but these other two police didn't. And then they said that one of them said, Douglas said he was going to tell Brenda Bittford. You know, in 2012, Brenda Bittford didn't write nothing, so the white bus driver that abused my daughter went back to Arkansas after I put it on my YouTube. So it's not in any documentation that he abused a 5-year-old girl. You see what I'm saying? Because Brenda Bittford didn't do her job. But you know, God is working with her. But I'm going to leave y'all with this here to just see. No activity on 12/21. All of y'all that had this guy shooting them paint guns, them flares, kicking your doors in on the 21st, go down there and get your reports. You see what I'm saying? And ask why the newspaper got no activity. You know why they ain't got no activity? It's because the police didn't think nobody was going to do this type of investigation. That's why I don't have respect for majority of the police department in Charleston, Missouri, nor the sheriff department, with the exception of one sheriff deputy, and he works in the courthouse. I'm going to leave y'all as I came. Peace be still.